Welcome Static Records, Major Static right here. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe to the channel. Someone in the Patreon has been asking me to drop like an Amapiano template, like a recording, mixing and mastering template. So here you go. So basically the thought process is you're just mixing a song just like any other. I guess there's just different vibes and different things you're going to do in terms of the mixing, but I'm just gonna play this so that you guys can just hear, and then I'm gonna go through the template real quick. Basically, I've got several stacks, as you can see, like let's say this part right here, right? I've got the main vocal, which is sitting down the middle. And then I've got two other stacks, which are panned hard left, and this one's panned hard right. And I just lowered down the volume over there. So let's just go to the vocal bus. Over here, as you can see, I've got this guy right here, right? Lo-fi plugin, just feeding in some distortion. I went 0.7. I'm going to put the templates in the description box below. If you're a member of my Patreon, you definitely find it there. If you're not, definitely subscribe and enjoy all the nice goodies that are inside there. Okay, so with this, the thought process is, depending on your mic, okay, you're just going to tweak this taste. Okay, so when I was tweaking it, I found it was good for me at 0.7, so I just left it there. Okay, and then the next thing is the F6, which is an EQ by Waves. Let me just go up so that I can play this, and then I let you know what I'm doing. As you can see, there are two notches over here with the 2-band and 3-band right there, notching out some of the vocal in the low end. There was like some boxiness and some subtle harshness, just smoothing it out in the lower end. And this is the area that I thought was good. So let me just play it. But after listening to it again, I think I'll probably make a few tweaks, because I was working on this like a couple months back, and this is when I'm going to finish the track. So I'm definitely going to do another video where I'm doing the full mix down of the track. I'm going to mix it and master it from beginning to the end, and mixing the beat as well, because it's just like a basic mix. So next, I've got the R comp. So basically what I'm trying to do is I usually just get about -3 over on the compressor, right? And then I get back some gain. I usually don't tweak any of this. I just leave it just like that. So let me just play it so you guys can see. So definitely mix according to taste, but this is my ballpark for me. I don't go past -6. Okay, I just don't. I usually find it nice sweet spots around here, -3, max -6. Depending on how heavy I'm gonna go with the other compressors going forward. Okay, so next is the SSL. So basically this is an EQ, and then it's got a compressor side this side. So mostly what I'm using this for is the EQ side. Let's play it. Cool. I think what I should do is, let me just do like an A and B. I'm gonna mute everything and then bring everything back in one by one. as we're going so that you can get an idea of what's going on. This is the vocal with just the lo-fi plugin. And mind you, I've got like some effects going on over there, so I should probably switch those off because I've got like some parallel compressor, doubler, and the color is basically this guy right here, the Apex Vintage Exciter. So probably let me just switch those off too. So this is just with the lo-fi plugin. So as you can see, this was a really well recorded vocal. It doesn't really sound bad at all without any of the other effects. It sounds pretty good to me. So let's bring back the EQ. Cool. So you can start hearing the S's a bit more. So it would definitely need a de-esser. So depending on how you mix, maybe some people like putting the de-esser like really quickly, especially if you're hearing it like that. So if that's your mixing style, I'll probably put this de-esser and bring it up somewhere over there to tame some of those S's. But for me, I like going with the compressor next. So this is with the compressor on. So you can really hear the compressor coming into action, bringing in some color and compressing that vocal. So I'm going to switch on the SSL. There's some minor compression going on over there, but if you don't want to get in that much compression, you can change the ratio or just change the threshold, and yeah, you'll be good. You can really hear the vocals coming to life right now. The highs are popping a bit more. Next is this CLA 76. This is the one that's doing a bit most of the work over here. So once I play this, you definitely hear it come to life. So just -2 dB compression over there, some minor compression. And then next I've got the Virtual Mix Rack by Slate Digital right here. And I've got the Virtual Channel. This is Saturator. And this brings in some of the low end and some high end with the shimmer. So let's just switch that on. So what I usually do with this is I go through the different modes over here, right? So I've got the Trident, the British, the USA. So I literally just switch these till I find the one that's sitting best with the vocal that I'm working with at that particular moment in time. So this is the one that I liked. So yeah, pretty much that's why I left it. With saturation, I usually start it here and then I blend it in to where I see it sounds really good. And wherever that is, I leave it at that. With the Revival, same thing. Started on 0, shimmer, started on 0, and start tweaking it, go to the 4 to see what exactly it's doing, if you can hear it, and then just bring it back to where you like it. Same with the shimmer. Okay, so next I've got this PukeTech EQ. It's a really nice EQ, especially if you're trying to bring up the lows and the highs. So I'm just bring that in. This is kind of like a set it and forget it kind of in a way. What I usually just mess with over here is the boost. Okay, the frequencies, I just leave them at that most of the time. So I just tweak the boost and you're good to go. Next, I've got the Avox, a really nice compressor. So you can use the gate, right, to get rid of some noise, some background noise. Sometimes it helps with the S's as well. So, but for me, I don't like using, I just like using the compressor right here. So I just compress it a bit and then dial it back with the gain if you need to. But yeah, this is like my final compressor on the chain over here without the parallel compression. So the parallel compression, I'm going to show you, it's part of my effects right here. But next on the chain, I've got the de-esser to tame those S's. Yeah, so as you can tell, this de-esser is really working hard. Yeah, this is where I had it. Most of the times I don't play with the frequency. As soon as I just load the de-esser, I just drop down the threshold unless there's some really troublesome frequencies. And with that, I'll probably do some dynamic EQ to tame those S's on the particular channel, right? If you don't know how to do that, just let me know in the comment section and I'll do it. So next I've got this parallel compressor right here. So let me just show you what that's doing. So the vocal definitely sounds a bit fuller, right? It just sounds solid, sits in the mix a bit more. And this is pretty much the settings that I have. As you can see, this thing was squashing all the way to the end over there. And some people, what they like doing is they would come over here, right? And once they put the parallel compressor over there, they start tweaking it with this part right here, right? So they'll probably start down here and then bringing it back up to flavor. For me, what I prefer is leaving that at 100. And then now on the channel where the compressor is for the parallel compression, I usually tweak it from here. And then just bring it back into flavor where it's sitting well in the mix and where you like it, and then you're good to go. So next, I've got this doubler over here. That's part of the effect. So this is basically widening the vocal as well. So over here, I'm using the doubler by waves, okay? And then it just spreads out the vocal, and then you can just spread it according to taste, and then you're good to go. Next, the color, right? As I showed you earlier, we're using the vintage exciter, the Apex vintage exciter by waves as well. Same thing, just put it up to taste where you like it, and then you're good to go. And then I've got another delay over here, H delay by waves, one of my favorite delays. These are the settings right here. Right, you find the template, you can tweak it as you go. And then over here, it's not all the way set to wet. That's where I kind of like it. And then you just tweak it to taste with the fader right here. Okay, I've got another delay by Manny over here. It's another delay that I really like. So depending on the one that you want to use, you can either use the H delay or you can use the Manny delay over there. And for the reverb, which is the last thing on the effects chain, right, we've got the Valhalla vintage verb. Okay, so those are the settings right there, but you definitely find it in the template. And I've got our verb. Okay, so depending on the vibe that you want to go with, you can either use the Valhalla vintage or you can go with the R verb. Go between the two and see which one you like, and yeah, just go with that one. So pretty much that's what's happening on the vocal bus. Okay, I'm going to leave the link to it in the description box below. I'm going to be showing you guys the beat as well. It's an FLP project because I did the beat in FL Studio. I'm going to be mixing the beat, so I'll definitely show you guys what's happening under the hood as well. Definitely like the video if you like this type of content. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like the video, show me some support. Till next time.